In '77, when it was built by Aerovodohody in Prague, Czechoslovakia, it was then sent to the East German Air Force of the Soviet Union, where it was used there as their light attack aircraft / light attack bomber trainer. It stayed with them until the breakup of the Soviet Union, and when everyone was going hungry, a lot of people just started selling the aircraft right off the fields. The wing commanders and that would just sell them to pay their troops. And that was one of these. It was bought by a United Kingdom corporation who was doing defense work, contract work, and they were using these as, not drones, but as penetrating aircraft. So the opposing European forces could see them if they're coming, or the RAF, and then they would go to intercept them. Well, then when a guy over in Netherlands said, hey, I can do that cheaper, because the British always had to go back to England to refuel before they come back and do that again. He was right there in Netherlands, said, I can do it right here. So he bought the company. They decided they could save a lot more money by only using 3 aircraft versus 4. This one became the excess, for whatever reason. And then a United Kingdom company said, well, hey, we'd like to buy that aircraft for you for a film that they did. This aircraft became part of the movie Tomorrow Never Dies with the James Bond. It was not used for flying. It was only one of the aircraft that was on the ground used for taxiing purposes and loading the weapons on it. And they showed the weapons on it. And they had bombs and the rocket launchers on it. It was only 10 minutes worth of sequence in the film, though, but it was interesting. So then after the film was over, they sold the aircraft back to the original guy, and he made a little profit off of it. And then it really didn't fly all that much. Its last flight was back in 2007 and kind of went into mothballs. That's where I got a little concerned, when it's like having been in storage for so long, and they don't do storage the way we do storage down in Davis-Monthan. I went through the aircraft with a fine-tooth comb, and I took pictures and everything, and did another bore scope of the engine, and that looked really good. Checked all the rubber items to make sure they weren't cracking and fraying and crumbling. They were all perfect. The gear was perfect. I didn't find any corrosion on the aircraft, so they had done a very good job. They kind of like pickled the engine. They sprayed it all down with oil so it wouldn't get corrosive or anything. And then we started the thing up. Perfect. I was like, okay. So I came back, went through the analysis with a mechanic of mine. Both agreed it was a good looking aircraft, looked it was going to operate properly. Got all the paperwork done with the ATF and preliminary with the FAA. Bought the aircraft. They loaded it, shipped it, and then people were telling me it was going to take about 2 months to get it back together again. Well, one of the engineers from Groningen, Netherlands, came over with the airplane. So he and 2 of my mechanics and another knowledgeable L-39 person, we all got together and we put this aircraft back together in 5 days, and we immediately fired it back up. Perfect. It didn't smoke. There was no oil leaks, no hydraulic leaks. There was nothing running out of the gear where you normally would have, you know, when you put the weight up back on the structure, you're going to get some sort of the rings leaking. Nothing. We didn't have, when we filled the tanks up with fuel again, we expected some leak out of it, and we had nothing there either. Everything worked perfectly.
So it's a steal for you?
It is a great steal. Because normally, you'll see these airplanes now with run-out engines. They're going anywhere between $175,000 to $500,000.